Huhu! Look at my awesome shirt! Well, this is kind of embarrassing. Early this year, wait, let me check. More exactly on 2nd of January 2024, I decided to make a video on one of my favorite movies of all time, Scooby Doo 2 Monster Unleashed. Because it was released in March 2004 and I remembered this being one of the first movies I saw when I was a little lad in the cinemas, I really thought a video essay on this would be great. Thus, I watched the movie twice and took some notes on my iPhone. However, I somehow never brought myself to actually write a script for this essay, and now it's November. 2025 is just around the corner, which means I have to do the video now. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense next year. I also don't know what any of those notes mean that I put in here, because it was such a long time ago. So instead of doing a normal and boring old video essay about how this is the centerpiece of my childhood and it's a cinematic masterpiece, I decided to rather do a deciphering of my notes from 11 months ago and see if I can figure them together and make a useful script. Those notes can mean everything. Well, let's start with James Gunn. Well, that one is easy actually. He had written, oh wait, I wanted to put here the clips, so that's the wrong direction. Can you see my vacuum cleaner in the background? Gunn had written both Scooby Doo and Scooby Doo 2 Monster Unleashed, which I only realized during my rewatch because as a kid you usually don't pay attention to the credit scenes. He also directed the better Suicide Squad movie, including a freaking shark and John Cena as Peacemaker, whose standalone HBO series has been my obsession this year, besides sharks, of course. That damn intro. I think Do You Really Wanna Taste It will be on the top of my Spotify wrapped up this year. Gunn had also been married at one point to Jenna Fisher, aka Pam from The Office, and he also took part in a Marvel movie, but who didn't? Orchestral Scooby Doo theme. I guess this one's about the pre-credits and the music that was playing. It's kind of funny that movies from 20 and 30 years ago always had these pre-credits in front of the movie before the real action starts. I don't think they do that in the movies today. But it's actually not a bad thing because I'm really bad at faces, and every time I watch a movie I'm like, oh, I know this person, and in the end I don't know the person. I have never seen that person before. It's a completely different person that I thought about. Yeah, really bad at faces. But let's talk about the cast. Freddie Prinze Jr. is a wrestling legend.
Sorry. Hey!
And is perfectly cast as Fred without the IE. It's also hilarious that Prince and Sarah Michelle Gellar are married since 2002 and they also co-starred in the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer. Gale also played Buffy the Vampire Slayer in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is kind of the precursor of Supernatural. It's coming full circle, yes! Wait, she was also in Do Revenge? I didn't see her. Next up is Matthew Lillard. Matthew played Novel Shaggy Rogers. And yes, Novel is the real name of Shaggy. Who would call the kid Shaggy? Oh, that one musician, I guess. I love Matthew. He was just perfect portraying this quirky character. He was also great in Scream as Stu Macker. My mom and dad are gonna be so bad. After these two movies, Lillard also continued to voice Shaggy in the animated TV series That's Awesome as well. Then there's Linda Cardellini portraying Velma Dinkley. But besides some Marvel movies and Legally Blonde, I didn't recognize her from any movie that I've seen on Wikipedia filmography. She's a good cast though, so. Another notable cast member that I knew before reading the IMDb page was Seth Green. He's definitely not suspicious playing Patrick Weasley. He's already 50 years old. What the fluff? Oh, okay, at this speed, this movie won't come out until 2025, so I will step it up a notch, hopefully. Shaggy is smoking. Okay, I don't need context for that one, but yep, Shaggy is definitely a weed person. him eating so much food are definitely the symptoms of his post-weed munchies. And I really like that they finally acknowledge that in the movies. Reportedly, Gunn also wanted to make Velma a queer character, but in the end he had to cut too many scenes from the first movie, and in the second movie he just gave her a boyfriend. DVD game. Yeah, oh my god, I remember that game actually. I had this movie on DVD, and back in the days they had games on the DVDs, so you can, as a kid, just play the games too. And there was a game where you walked through the museum and had to solve riddles, I think. Dino, it's not on this list to be honest. I just added that because I wanted to talk about Dee Bradley Barker, who voiced the pterodactyl, the zombie, and the red-eyed skeleton ghost, but not the green-eyed ghost. So he did a great job voicing all of those characters, which has iconic lines like this one. Clubhouse looks so 2000s. Yes, look at these stairs and the shelf and the window. Why is everything so round and colorful? This next entry is a long one. Smash and Pass, Scooby Disco, Boots, Mansion, Monster Do, Female Shaggy, Shigenja, Genius, Buff Shaggy. Oh, this was supposed to be a funny bit. Okay, 1 second. Scooby in Goo Goo Boots. Smash. Scooby in Disco. Pass. Too much hair. Scooby in underwear. Smash. Monster Do. Smash. Oops. Female Shaggy. S-M-A-S-H. Genius Do. Pass. Buff Shaggy. He would smash me. Oh dear. Jacobo equals Sirius. Yeah, I thought that Jacobo and Sirius Black from Harry Potter kinda looked alike, and I thought it was the same actor, but supposedly that's supposed to be Gary Oldman, and Gary Oldman looks totally different than Sirius Black, and this is just confusing me right now. But yeah, once again, I'm bad at faces. Black Knight Long in prison. No idea. So much crime in one place for Ghost. Coolsville doesn't seem to be that big of a place, but it apparently has a real problem with crime. Shaggy Godfather. Smash. Freddy says, "Hey gang."
Jeepers! Jinkies!
That dance. First of all, Ringles definitely recognized Shaggy, but really nice of him not throwing him under the bus just yet. This dance scene was so wild and not in the bad way. I wish I've got moves like this giant dog. 38.00. Daphne found out villain. After 38 minutes, Daphne just served the case, but nobody was listening to her because everybody sees her as
Pretty little face.
useless skeleton dudes. Like, why would you resurrect them before some of the other much cooler and more useful monsters? Well, apparently there were actually plans for more monsters to be featured in the movie, but Warner Bros. Cut the budget. There were actually concepts and plans, and some had costumes and some already has animatronics. In the end they decided to cut them, which is kind of sad, but they ended up in the video game, just like Ghost Clown, Frankenstein Monster, Ozark Witch and the Tiki Monster. 3 minus joke. Well, Wrinkles was just right. Just 7 years later, Minecraft had been released and kids yearned to the mines. I invented a potion. Yeah, this includes a typo, but I couldn't leave out this actually funny line from this movie.
What are you guys doing here? You're supposed to be sick, Scooby.
I invented erosion.
Miner 49. Why can he breathe fire exactly? And who invited this creeper to the party? Wait, that's not the creeper. That's the zombie? I always thought this was the creeper. Oh no. Order of Monsters? Question mark. I swear that I heard somewhere that the order of the monsters appearing had some kind of meaning, but I'm not entirely sure which it would be, because I did some research and I'm reading this out of the script because it's way too much. Besides the pterodactyl, which is already in ownership of Jacobo, the flying creature stole the costumes of Black Knight and 10,000 Volt Ghost first, with Black Knight being the next enemy to appear. A lot of costumes are stolen 30 minutes later by 10,000 Volt Ghost and the Black Knight, and you can only see it in the deleted scenes. Shaggy and Scoop meet the Skeleton Man after following Mr. Wrinkles to Minecraft Land, and when they accidentally set the machine in motion, the costumes resurrected are the Zombie, Captain Cutler, Miner 49er, the Tar Monster, followed by the Void Ghost's official debut. Later, only the Cotton Candy Club followed. If it wasn't for the stupid zombie, the monsters would have been introduced in the same chronological order, with some cutout enemies, as in Scooby Doo, Where Are You? The Black Knight had actually been the first villain ever, followed by the ghost of Captain Cutler, Miner 49er, scrapped Wolfman, Redbeard's ghost, and Ghost Clown, the zombie, scrapped Phantom Shadow, Creeper, and the Witch Doctor. In the Scooby Doo show, the 10,000 volt ghost followed, as well as Cut Headless Horseman, the Pterodactyl Ghost, the also abandoned Ozark Witch, the unfortunately not cut Skeleton Man, and Tar Monster. By the way, in the show, the Pterodactyl was not played by a mad scientist Jonathan Jacobo, but rather by Johnny. Just Johnny. So, nope, I don't think the order had any meaning to it, and I just wasted 3 minutes of your precious time. Where did they get a chip from? Yeah, good question. I know that they had a costume for Redbeard's ghost, and this ship is probably his ghost ship, but he was never resurrected, so where did they get a chip from? Is that just a store for ghost ships in Coolsville? Sorry, you're cancelled. I think you can put this on literally every movie between 1990 and 2010. Let's see what scene I meant with that.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Oh, right, that scene, I guess. They have merchandise! Yeah, and they wear it themselves. What are they? Some kind of professional wrestlers? Submarine Ghost Cool as Kid. Made my own levels. For some reason, although I've never watched the episode in which Captain Cutler appeared, I really love the ghost. To that degree that I draw levels featuring Captain Cutler that would be straight out of the video game of Scooby Doo Monster Unleashed. Fun fact! Captain Cutler is also James Gunn's favorite monster from Scooby Doo, so great minds think alike. Ghost Horse! Full caps! As a kid I always wondered where did this horse came from. It appears that the Headless Horseman was supposed to be the great nemesis of Fred in this movie, and he should be facing Fred in this horse fight scene, but because they never finished the animatronic, they decided to just give the Black Knight a black horse, which is kind of fittingly, in my opinion. Okay, why would you kick electricity like that? What was your plan? Fred equals Ken. Knight Ken 2. Maybe Freddie Prinze Jr. would have been a great Ken, I guess. But did you guys know that the actors on this movie did all of their stunts themselves? Freddie Prinze Jr. actually was really insisting on doing this particular scene because he thought it would be cool.
Like, yeah, I'm doing all my own stunts just because that's the kind of stuff we like to do, you know?
Take that, Ron Weasley. What happens to the cotton candy costume after eaten? Do Shaggy and Scoop just have a costume in their bellies now? Oh, the Cotton Candy Club wasn't even from the original TV shows, they just credited it for the movie. So the costume never existed anyway? Do I exist? Real identity of Ned.
Ow. Ned.
Jacobi says Dummkopf. I think it's Jacobo actually.
Of course, Dummkopf.
This scene was really important for me because I'm German and I liked some representation in those movies, even though it was about the villain who tried to kill all of the people. But hey, it's no biggie. So yeah, we talked about all of my notes in my phone. I hope you had a lot of fun. This essay, it was kind of different than all of the other videos you probably have seen. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a comment, and if you're really nice to me, you can also subscribe to the channel. This would mean a lot to me and to my executive producer, Steve. I think I have to do a summary in the end. That's a rule in essays, right? Right? Yeah, I think so.
What's your conclusion? Funny.
To be honest, it might not be the best movie ever. It might not be a cinematic masterpiece in the end. But I really loved this movie as a kid and I watched it a lot of times because it's just so silly and you can just turn your head and your brain off and you don't have to think about it too much. If you like Scooby Doo, you should definitely watch Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated. I think it's actually on Netflix at the moment. It's a great show. I watched it a few years ago, and even though it was from 12 years ago, the plot is really more mature than previous Scooby shows or movies, and it's a really good watch. So go out of your way and watch it. Until then, see you. Bye. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? I am way too uncreative to sing a song. I just recorded a whole video about Scooby Doo, and never once I thought about saying zoinks or ruh. What the f?